Hello and welcome to episode. Oh, um, well, this morning I'm completely thrown. 88 maybe? 89? 87? 80 something? Late 80s. I've changed the direction a little bit to get more light. I've not changed it a whole lot, but the edge you can probably see here is where my black penguin usually is, so that's what you've been seeing over here for the past couple of episodes. Instead you get a door handle. Yeah. Light. I'm a bit thrown because I had the weirdest dream last night. I dreamt that I went to live in Monaco. I don't know why. First of all, I don't know who paid for it because, let's be honest, I didn't. But I brought you with me, so other than having a view of the ocean, the bay and the ocean behind, not much has changed for you, but apparently I need to find a sugar daddy. That doesn't sound all that much fun. Anyway, this week's been exhausting. Different things. I had 2 days where I had to go to Odense, Monday and Tuesday, which meant that I cheated and stayed overnight in my dad's house. On Monday evening, which he made dinner and everything was ready when I got there. It was just glorious. And we had a Friday bar. We had drinks after work Friday at work. Just my team, my extended team. And we had a lot of fun. But it's been a lot of hours outside of my flat and not a lot of crafting. So I haven't sewn at all this week. Daylight being a big factor there. And I haven't knit a whole lot. I was planning on knitting on the way on the train. And I did knit on the way down, but on the way back, Tuesday, I think all three of us were more or less asleep most of the way through. So thank God the train only went to Aarhus. Anyway, having mentioned that, the thing I've been knitting on the train is this. It's the Bella, it started out the Bella dress by Lene Holme Samsø. And it then morphed into the Bella top. I have my little progress pic here on the back and it curls up a bit. It's an alpaca blend. This is just a counter. And the little pig is my progress. I'm almost at the end of I didn't even have to knit that much on the train, and I would have been done with the body and able to pick up the stitches for the sleeves, but I didn't. So yeah, this is actually the biggest size. I think is the 18 to 24 month. I'm knitting at a looser gauge and I've lengthened the top a bit. The top is in 4 centimeter increments for the different sizes, and trying to size it up a bit, I just added another 4 centimeters, or I'm adding another 4 centimeters, which should be good. Yeah, cute little top. But as I said, not a whole lot to say about it because, you've seen it. So there's that. This is the second skein. which will definitely take me through the body, but I'm going to add the third skein for the sleeves, because I do have a third skein. Maybe I'll knit a little hat or something for her with the leftovers, because it's September, it's almost October. Where did time go? And really, who doesn't need a hat for the fall season? So yeah, there's that. Fingers crossed that actually this week I get it done. But who knows? The other thing that I've been working on, which has had a lot of progress, but it's just a bit boring, is this. This is the, let's see, where's my progress keeper? This is the good old friend jumper. And actually something I haven't mentioned, but you might wonder about if you go to the pattern page. Mine is stockinette front and back. The pattern itself, you can see my little progress marker here. I probably need more. I need more fun lobster claw things, but I'm a bit piggy about them. Piggy, yeah. So there, yeah. It felt like I had more progress on it, probably because it's knitting around, it's stockinette just going around. So it feels like I've knit a ton, but that's what, 8 centimeters? That's nothing. Especially considering it has to be 40 centimeters from this point, and that's... Anyway, what I was telling you is that if you check out the pattern, it's actually got a stockinette back and sleeves, but reverse stockinette front. That's how the pattern is written, and it looks good, but if I was just keeping it plain, I would totally do that, because it adds a bit of texture and a bit of interest. But seeing as I'm adding a letter to make it a Weasley jumper, it didn't make sense, because then I'd have to duplicate stitch over reverse stockinette. I mean, it's not impossible, but it's just not the look I'm going for. I've introduced a second skein. This is still Välimaki Merino DK in the blue Curacao colorway. And yes, I hand wound this because I was watching the Formula 1 on Sunday, and rather than getting up, getting the Swift, getting everything, I decided to just stay in my seat, watch the race, just untangling a knot, and just wind it by hand. And the thing is, when I got the majority of my merino skeins on different colors, it was pretty early on in the merino DK stage. So she had helpers winding the yarn, and these are big skeins. These are 200 gram skeins. So even though it's a DK weight, you get a lot of yardage. Unfortunately, the person who was helping her, and she did come up front with this after the fact, probably after people complained about it, she did say that her employee wasn't aware that you shouldn't just change the switch the skeins around when you're winding them onto the Swift or whatever she uses. And so you actually get a lot of twisting in these skeins. So it can be a bit annoying to... I shouldn't be doing two things at once. It can, but it can be very annoying, to be honest, to wind these skeins. It's no less annoying when you're hand winding them, because I just laid it out flat on my table. So I got through it, and hopefully this should take me all the way through the body, and then I need to do sleeves. But as I said, this is only the second skein. I have a third skein, and I actually hope that I don't use all of the third skein. I hope I have enough to make my friend's future baby boy a little Wayne sweater. I don't know if you've seen it. It's, oh, what's her name? Edgevale knits, something like that. She's done the Wayne sweater, which is a plain sweater, but with using pearl effect, etc. You get the Batman mask, basically. I think that would be really cute on a tiny little boy. Well, not a tiny little girl, but it's a boy, so... And this would be really cute as well, the colorway. Not too dark, very definitely a boy. Because, you know, babies can be hard to tell what gender they are. I've made mistakes before. And most parents are good about it. Some parents are not. So, but that's just if I haven't got enough yarn for it. If I don't, I can probably find something else to use for it. So, final project. So, this will probably be rambly and short, which is really an interesting combination. The last part is something you only saw the very, very tiny cast on the edge of, and it's a very new pattern. So I brought the first page of the pattern again, just so you can see it. It's called Edgevale Tank, and it's by Kerriknits, which is Kerriknits, I think. This is it. It has a lovely detail down here, and the detail up here is what I fell in love with. It's cables and lace and all things good. And the reason I'm showing it is because it's a new pattern, I think. It's probably too late to get it 20% off now, I think. And it's not... I didn't put a progress keeper in last time, because it was, what, 4 rows, if that, of knitting that I'd done. But this is where I am now. All tangled up. There we go. So what I'm doing is knitting. I cast on for the second size, and now I'm doing the decreases, but I'm only decreasing until I hit the 4th size. So instead of doing, I think I was supposed to do a total of 10 decreases, you only do 5 according to my calculations, because you do decrease 12 stitches every time, or every round, well, every decrease round. So got the little lace detail running up the middle. Now, the pattern states to have quite a lot of negative ease. Well, not a lot, but I think like up to 5 inches or something. No. Yeah, 1 to 5 inches of negative ease. And I do understand why you would have negative ease, and also they recommend you use something with a tensile fiber or silk or something. I'm using this, which is from Samsø. It's a silk wool blend. This colorway is called Edgevale. Pretty sure it's Edgevale. Yeah. This is my first skein. I have 4 or 5 of them, so I'll have more than enough. Shouldn't take more than 2, maybe 2 and a bit skeins for this. Anyway, because of the silk, it won't have the same memory as if it was just wool. So I understand the need for negative ease. I am doing it negative ease with a slight gauge change. That means I am doing around 1 inch of negative ease, maybe a bit more with the size I'm doing. I think that's probably where I'd want to be. But yeah, we shall see. It's slow going because it's a lot of stitches on size 3mm needles. And it's really a reminder to me that I love the look of thin yarn on me, because I have my own padding, I don't need extra padding. And bulky yarns will add extra bulk or padding, so I know thin yarn will look good, better on me. Thicker yarn is just so much quicker to work with. But yeah, I knew that going in. I still really love this tank. I do have my doubts about it. As I said, I went down 2 sizes, and I know I do have a slightly larger gauge, but I'm supposed to have almost 60 stitches more for my size, and I was like, well, that would flare a lot, and it does. To be fair, it does flare a lot in the pattern photo. So really it should come as no surprise. But again, extra bulk. Who needs it? It's your own preference. I don't care. Yeah. It'll be good. It'll be loose at the bottom, tight on the top. It'll be lovely, and I'm loving the colour and everything, so should be good. And really, that's it for this week. Going into the coming week, I'm going to the Art Bubble Festival today. I have some dough. I just quickly mixed up the dough for pancakes. Sat down to record because I like to rest my dough. And I'm going to have pancakes for breakfast because I'm an adult and I can do things like that. And then I'm going to get the lead pen down to the Art Bubble Festival down at Doggen. For two reasons. It's a free festival. Today is the second day. It's a comic, drawing, all things comic festival. No, it's not like Comic Con. It's nothing like that. But you get to meet people the artists who actually draw either these comics or illustrations or whatever. And I'm going for two reasons. The main reason is to see Christina, who is live from Lolland. Don't know if you know that cartoonish stripe. She's also on Instagram as both herself and the cartoon stripes. And she's really lovely. I have a lot of her drawings. Well, I say a lot. I have some of her drawings. I could build a wall of her and Stine Spidsbjerg's drawings, which I actually really should, because I think they would look so cute together in my craft room, spare bedroom, craft room. I have the ambition, I have the nails. Yeah, just haven't done it yet. But I'm going to see her, and I am also going to pick up, hopefully, Cobalt. The publishers are going to be there. Hopefully they have their new comic about Marie Curie, because Teenage Veera loved Anne Frank, Ellen Montgomery, who wrote the Anne of Green Gables books, because I still think those are some of the best books ever. Don't care. Might not be high literature, but they got me reading and I loved them, and they made me feel less of a weirdo. And I loved Katharina the Great, as you do, and Madame Curie. And she was the reason I went on to have a lot of, well, that and my scientific inclination to have a lot of science subjects in high school. Because, you may not know this, well, you don't know this, but I took A-level math and chemistry and would have taken an A-level physics, but the school wouldn't allow me. So I had to settle for a B-level. Yeah. Schools. So when I saw that they had a new comic about Marie Curie's life, I have to have it. I do. Because Teenage Veera would have loved it, and grown-up Veera probably still would. Anyway, that's the plan for today. I have Friday off because I've worked too many hours this month. So, and I will work too many hours next week, because Tuesday we go to Odense again. So that's a 10-hour plus day. And Thursday afternoon I'm manning our desk at the International Citizen Service. So that's usually around 10 hours as well. Considering I'm only supposed to work for 7 hours, and I think it's 24 minutes a day, that adds up. So, yeah. Anyway, I hope you have a great week. I'll go eat my weight in pancakes, and I'll see you next week. Bye.